This is going to be Skyreach as a Mistweaver monk. Possibly my favorite Warlords of Draenor dungeon overall, at least of the ones that I've played. This one has a lot of super cool stuff going on in it.
Skyreach. I have not been this close to her in many years.
Rashad, is that who I'm...
The High Sage will be well protected. We can fly no closer.
Okay, so both of us are mounted on a Dread Raven. I don't know what's the story here.
Destroy their vault, son, that we may meet again in the shade.
So I guess Rashad stayed on the Dread Raven and flew away. So everybody flies in on birds. Somebody left. Whoever that was, I guess they didn't want to do the dungeon. Alright, is that, I guess I wanted a food buff here. So, Protection Warrior, Balanced Druid. I see that's not part of our party. There is a Shadow Priest there. But it's an Arakoa Shadow Priest. Can't play as one of those, at least not right now. What else do we have? There's a Warlock, and I'm pretty sure there's a Mage in the party somewhere. Somewhere. Alright. So yeah, way up in the sky here, the Skyreach. Gonna be going through some high altitude stuff. This kind of reminds me of Vortex Pinnacle, only like a lot fancier. And mechanically it's completely different, but still some similarities. So this was my first time seeing this dungeon, and that's going to be important for some stuff that happens in the middle. I did study the adventure guide before I came here. There are a lot of boss mechanics in here, like a bunch of stuff that is kind of important to know. Let's see how well this particular group manages to handle those. Did I change my talents? Let me see when I go back to my healing action bar. Oh, yes I did. Right, okay, so it's so normal to me now that I forgot that I need to talk about this. Right, so I probably had this for Iron Docks and forgot about it. So, I summoned a Jade Serpent statue. That's what replaced my Refreshing Jade Wind. So my equals key on my healing action bar now summons this cool little statue thing. Whenever I cast Soothing Mist, it also starts channeling Soothing Mist on that target. So it's like an extra heal over time thing that actually lasts kind of a long time. So like I can Soothing Mist and Renewing Mist and then sort of forget about my target for a while if they're not taking too heavy of damage. It's pretty great. I just have to remember to resummon it on occasion when I move to a new location. The range is pretty good, you know, from all the way over there it's still channeling on the warrior. Oh yeah, and I did also change my role for Chi Torpedo. Yeah, all of this stuff was probably true back in probably Iron Docks and Auchindoun. I'm just so used to it now that I don't even see that it's something different from what I had in Bloodmaw Slag Mines and before. But yeah, so my talents are all fixed up. This is... Oh wait, I still had Tiger's Lust on my bar there. I just can't use it because it's not an active talent. I find another thing to put in that slot eventually. So yeah, the enemies here are not nothing. All through the dungeon. This place is kind of serious, even on normal mode. Sure is something on time walking. This place is fun. I like it. So we kind of go around like the outer part of this first platform here. I don't need mana that much. I'm sitting down to eat, drink. Well, just in case, I guess. Alright, so there's that Jade Serpent statue again. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a little noisy. I don't like to have it right next to me because it just constantly makes that Soothing Mist noise. Which is, you know, not super loud, but it's certainly not silent. Yeah, that noise. Ranjit, okay, so you're the first boss. I don't remember what you do. Nothing too notable, I think. We got Time Warp. Probably not the best boss choice, but like first boss is often a good choice just because that means you can get another Time Warp, Bloodlust, Primal Rage, etc. Later in the dungeon, as long as it takes more than 10 minutes. Whoa, okay, so... Alright, so the last time I ran this dungeon was in time walking mode, and I came in after the first two bosses. I was in a group in progress, so I haven't seen these in a little while. Okay, so this is a trap boss. I see how it is. Okay, so that rotating thing does some damage, but if you move through it quickly enough, it looks like it's not too bad. Yeah, that balanced druid stood still. Lost a lot of health. Yeah, people are hurting here. Warlock's casting Drain Life. Okay, as long as they make some effort to move out of the traps, it's fine. Alright, that's Ranjit. Cool. Don't we go like straight to the second boss here? I don't think there's much in between the first two. Just like maybe this one group, maybe one more after that. Not sure what Solar Shower does. Some of these enemies empower some of the others, so I like to interrupt those. I'm not seeing it happen right now, though. Okay. Level 97 right now, by the way, so a bit of time had gone by. Okay, this isn't... Yeah, this is the room I thought it was. You've been targeted with solar detonation. Move away from your allies. Right, okay, so I read about this in the adventure guide. This was... Right, so I mentioned in the Oculus, this is a mechanic that starts showing up more and more as you get later in the expansions I've seen. Like, you get an effect on you, which, oh man, I need to move, and I'm not going to. I looked ahead a little bit, so check it out. This is a boss at the door. I get locked out, so does the Frost Mage. So, we can't help with this. Oops. Yep, no getting around that thing. Alright, well, can't heal the people in there. I try to place the Jade Serpent statue, and it can't go either. I can Essence Font, sure. I don't know if that was even hitting the warrior. I can Revival, I think I will at some point. Which does work on just anybody who's around, yeah, sure. But those are not sufficient to heal this encounter. Mage shrugs at me. Alright then. So, this boss has more interesting mechanics than just has a door. But yeah, that door is like pretty deep in. You gotta be in the circle. I wasn't moving in very quick because I had solar detonation on me, and well, then something else was going on that I was trying to figure out. Yeah, casting regrowth on yourself isn't gonna help you all that much. You can try, but you're still gonna die. Probably a good idea just to get it over with so we can bring the whole party. What kind of warlock is this? I see Cast of Shadow Bolt. I see Drain Life. Sure, but every warlock can do those things, right? I think. Didn't know you could get locked out. Yep, I did too. Okay, so he goes toward us, starts attacking, and then... Okay, so he's still active, walked outside of his arena, but then he reset because he walked too far outside. Interesting. Okay, so everybody runs back. Everybody gets inside the circle. We'll try this again. Mage gave me some food, that's nice. Okay, everybody's inside. What's this thing called? Arachneth. Okay. Surprisingly, not related to spiders in any way. Or scorpions. Okay, so during this fight, there's gonna be, like, some big sunbeams coming in. This is a little bit like, yeah, okay, I'm standing in one now. I want to. It deals me damage, but stops him from healing or empowering or something. I'm not staying in it for very long. I guess I'm, like, gauging how much I can take. This is kind of like... What's her name? Corla, Herald of Twilight or something in Blackheart Caverns? Where you want to interrupt the evolution beams. It's similar. I didn't get a chance to really properly roll over the debuff it's giving me. Here we go. Energize. 909 fire damage per second. So that's healable through. And it does something to him that you don't want done to him. I don't think it's healing. I think it's make him do more damage to his main targets. But I'm not sure now. Anyway, looks like on normal there's only one beam and one person, me, can just stand in it. There might be 2 beams on heroic? Or it does more damage or something? Not sure. Yeah, he's a much bigger deal there. Hey, check it out, it's a new staff. That's nice. Alright, so, okay, going straight to the third boss, huh? Because he's right there in the air. Just a couple of birds first. Ouch! Warrior wasn't able to get threat. Maybe he was, like, knocked down or something. Oh wait, I have some sort of fixate on me. Maybe that's what was going on. Yeah, that's probably it. So yeah, this upcoming boss here is the one that the group that I came in on most recently when I ran this dungeon was kind of stuck on. We had to go through a couple of more party members before we got a group together who could actually handle this. It's interesting. Let's see how it looks on normal mode. Alright, I see that barrier there, and that's why I gotta fight this one before moving on. Hand of Gul'dan. Okay, this is a Demonology Warlock. Finally got my answer. Where's the Felguard, though? Does this Warlock not know to summon it? Oh, there it is. Okay, it's there. Alright. I just didn't see it. Okay, so what are you called? Third boss. Out there flying around. Rukron or something? Wait, there's more... Okay. Where did these come from? It looked clear, but now there are more birds. Why do birds suddenly appear? Rukon, okay, that's her name. Not to be confused with... No, it is Rukron, okay. Not to be confused with Rokon, our good friend the troll. Alright, so Rukron, we're gonna have to get out of his line of sight, and there's something else going on. There's like... Summon Solar Flare. Here we go. Okay, so Solar Flare is gonna fixate on someone. This is a Phoenix. That's going to deal a lot of damage to their targets. Yeah, okay, wow, and everybody around. So, Mage is just holding still. Didn't do anything about that very quickly. Looks like there are no... Yeah, okay, they are leaving piles of ashes. Yeah, okay, so a solar flare went off and resurrected its friend that was a pile of ash there. Mage used Ice Block. I'm standing in a bad place. I haven't figured out how to handle these yet. It's complicated. At some point there's going to be a barrage of feathers and we have to hide behind that pillar. Target not in line of sight. Yeah, so solar flares are pretty hard to handle here. So if one dies near a pile of ashes, then it's going to resurrect its dead friends. So you gotta position them carefully. Ideally kill them at range before they blow up like that, but... Wow, okay, so the barrage of feathers never happened. I guess that's heroic only. Yeah, at some point you need to... Oh, right, he fell off and didn't leave a corpse, so we need another way to get the loot. Hence this really weird-looking chest. Huh. Oh boy, the wind. Alright, so... this was something the adventure guide did not talk about. I was seeing this for the first time, so we got this weird wind mechanic here. Gotta get across this little kind of platforming section. Looks real dangerous. Turns out, it is. Warrior can heroic leap. Isn't that handy? I can't do that, I'm a monk. So I was trying to figure out what path was going to let me route through there. Tried to take the obvious one out the side. Chi Torpedo didn't quite get me there. And I think I made the mistake of jumping there, and now I fall off. So yeah, that's an interesting little spot. I respawn here, where we fought Arachnath. Warlock had also died. So let's try that again. There's a thing up ahead that eventually shuts that off when... Oh, what happened to this mage? Something. She had a bad time. Alright, so wind is still there. Yeah, this does get shut off at some point by something up ahead, but not yet. The pattern you go through here is not super intuitive, but if you look closely there are some slower moving parts that kind of circle around the center in kind of an S shape, then fast moving parts that you really don't want to touch. Strong winds are slowing your progress. Yeah, so seeing this for the first time... Okay, I see. I managed to Chi Torpedo and skip through, I kind of shortcut through the tight part of the hairpin turn there. That was lucky, because I didn't really know where that was at that time. Alright, enough of the group is together. Yep, Marith couldn't handle it. He fell off again. I think maybe after this group the winds shut off. Because at some point they do, and if a smaller group gets through and can push forward a little bit, then whoever couldn't handle the wind platform will be let through. I think. That seems right. Empower, there we go, Solar Magnifier, that's the one. Yeah, so I want to stop the Empower. I forget what it does, but you know, anything that's called Empower... it's probably something you don't want to let happen. That doesn't have a cast time on it, really. Like, that cast bar is not going down. It's just going to empower forever. I haven't used my Quaking Palm yet. I could stop it with that. I did use Leg Sweep and Paralysis, though. Self-destruct? That doesn't sound good. I'm moving away, just in case. Okay, yeah, so and then the wind stopped. Cool. Yeah, so there's like a way to spiral around the center of that platform and just run at normal speed through it. But, you know, Chi Torpedo, Heroic Leap, whatever kind of movement boosting ability you have can potentially get you through there easier and ignore the wind mechanic. Well, not necessarily ignore it, but like get around it. Warrior has a real easy time because Heroic Leap, you just click where you want to go. Chi Torpedo, you aim and hope you don't go too far. It's hard to know for sure. Mage has Blink, which is arguably even harder to judge than Chi Torpedo. It's definitely shorter. Warlock has no such thing. Warlock mobility is not great. It's one of the biggest weaknesses of their class. Balanced Druid, I have no idea. I mean, you have Cat form at the very least. But I don't think much beyond that. Shaman would be in a similar boat with Ghost Wolf. Death Knight could Wraithwalk or Death's Advance, but that's not much. Anyway, you can just do the wind. It's not that bad when you see the pattern. Alright, are we coming up on final boss, or is it still too early for that? Yeah, no, I think this is final boss platform right here to our right. This thing has several health bars. I don't really know what that means. They all seem to decrease in unison. It just has like a bunch of different points you can target. There was a thing kind of like this in Skolaments, but you had to target the secondary targets to actually kill it. Those big flesh abominations right before you fight Lillian Voss. This has that same vibe to it, but yeah, I can see those health bars. They're all staying in perfect synchronization. So maybe it's just like to let it take quintuple damage from area of effect attacks or something? Hi, Sage Virix. Yeah, I think this is the end here. Why is my inventory open? What am I doing? I'm in combat. Can't drink now. Alright. We will cast you down. Yeah, okay, so that's a thing that's totally gonna happen if you don't do something about it. Let's see how this goes. Alright, who gets birded? The mage does. Nobody's paying attention! Alright, Solar Zealot. You gotta do something about this. Otherwise, mage is gonna get dropped off the edge. Leg sweep worked, that's nice. Okay. Yeah, because you'll just get slowly flown to the edge of the platform and just dropped right off, and you die if you get dropped. So everybody else in the party has to focus on the bird that's carrying you. Oh, and constructs get summoned. Okay, shield construct, you're probably protecting the sage. Okay, I get birded. I can attack while being carried. Hopefully other people are gonna pay attention. Hopefully other people are gonna pay attention. Oh man, I was like, barely had a toe on the ledge. Yeah, I just about got dropped there. Focusing Iris. Stay out of the beam, be careful where you put the fire on the ground, I guess. Not my problem, that's the tank's job. Yeah, everybody has a job here. And that's Skyreach. What a cool dungeon. I like this place. Lots of danger here. Like, many things can go very wrong if you're not ready for them, but that's kind of what I like. A dangerous dungeon. Gotta pay attention. Alright, I'll see you next time.